Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Been a couple of days since I was out here. Haven't done too much. I'm gonna go ahead and pull the tank off of this one and put it back on the bike that it goes on. Talk to my painter. He thinks he'll have me my tins back for this one by Monday, I think, and I'll be able to put this one together. But I do have an update on something else I was working on here. Get y'all locked in there. This transmission, God, I need to clean up in here. Whew. I'll do that when I pause this video. Took this transmission over to my buddy's because he's got the little jig that you use to that synchronizes everything, and it's a $60 tool you can buy from B-Twin. It's just a little rod. It's got these two pieces on it and these two little dials that'll go in it, and it sets right down. Take your ratchet lid off, you put it on there. The book will tell you where to turn your ratchet to. Put that on, and then you take that little jig and then you move it. Once you get it set, you set it down on your case, and it'll line up right where your shifter pawl should be. Well, my fourth gear shifter pawl, for one, was in backwards. Whoever built this transmission had put it in backwards, so we had to flip that around, and then we had to shim them because they're supposed to be lined up with these two dial pins that'll go in that tool. So we did that, and it shifts flawlessly. He agreed with me. He said, man, the gears look new. Somebody's rebuilt it. Somebody just didn't know exactly what they were doing. So we went through it, pulled the kicker arm off of it, pulled the kicker cover off of it. Everything looks great in there. Good bill of health, great transmission. And this transmission actually was gonna go in this bike right here. But since I had a working transmission that I knew was a working transmission because I rode this bike, I pulled it out of this one. But God, look how dirty this thing was. The guy that I bought it from did a top end kit on here, and a lot of that oil was coming from those oil lines that I'm going to clean up. So that transmission will actually go into this bike, but I've already made up my mind. I'm going to cut this bike up. I've done decided that. So it is what it is on that. This will be a future project. Great running bike. But I don't know if it'll be next. And I don't know if this iron head will be next. I haven't made up my mind. I'm trying to get these three bikes here completed. This one's complete. All I gotta do is get the tank back on this one, and then I'm actually gonna run it up to my buddy's shop and have him decide if I need new clutches in it or not. Then I'll probably do a different fender and a different sissy bar, but at least that'll be a complete bike as it is. I'm gonna change it eventually. The two future builds I got coming up are this iron head and that shovel head over there. And I may go ahead and do another big twin. I'm kind of leaning more toward doing that one. That one's going to be more expensive. This iron head's going to be a really, really budget friendly one. I'm going to get a weld on. I don't like the bolt on. I'm going to get a weld on, and I'm going to try to reuse as much stuff as I can. I'm not using the front end. I got a brother from Australia coming over. You guys might get to meet him in a video next month. He's coming over. Parts are hard to get over in Australia, and he's got one he's putting back together, and he needs stock front end. He needs a headlight bucket and eyebrow. He needs a chain guard. And I forget what else he asked for. The control. He asked me, could he have the controls? And I told him, yeah, I won't reuse any of that. And he was welcome to it. But today, I'm gonna pull this tank off. Since I'm real close to getting my stuff back for this one, I need to get the fabrication finished up. I need to cut this bracket off, weld in a new bracket from my key switch right here, clean up this wiring a little bit, and then this one will be ready to put together as soon as I get my stuff. I'll pause y'all for now. I'm gonna clean the shop up a little bit and fabricate a bracket for that dude right there, and we'll get back just here shortly because the weather is pretty crappy here in Tennessee like it is across the country. It's sunshine out there, and I'd almost get one of these bikes out and ride them, but the salt trucks are out. They're putting brine on the roads, and I'm just not getting none of these bikes out in that. So we'll pause y'all for now. All right, got the shop cleaned up a little bit. A little bit, I say.
A little slice of heaven and a little piece of you.
Come on. Little Chad Gray there. Got the old bracket cut out. Welded in my switch. Everything still works. That's where that's gonna live. I just gotta learn not to kick it. But just kind of piddling around today, getting a few things ready. Probably gonna start putting this one back together real soon. Put the shifter handle on it. I'm not putting the electric start back on this bike. Probably gonna put a belt drive on it. This is gonna be a kick only when I'm done with it. It's got a beautiful set of tins on it, but I'm not gonna sell them. I'm just gonna hang them on the wall and keep them. Stuff that I can hang on the wall, I'm keeping, trying not to get rid of. Got a brand new tire over here, never seen the daylight. Really old school tread, more for like knuckleheads and early pan heads. It's really tall. It's a Firestone, it's a good tire. It's probably $225 brand new. Hang it on the wall. I'm gonna get this moved out of the way. Probably pull that iron head out. I'm thinking about getting that iron head on the lift. But I just wanted to get that switch. Damn, is my welder still running? Hell yeah. Turn your gas off, dummy. Turn your welder off. I just wanted to get that done. I'm gonna tape these wires up. They're gonna live under the seat because that's a really curved seat pan I got. It's got a conclave to it, so it's got free space to live under there, under the seat, on top of the fender. Get those taped up, protect them a little bit, and then we'll be able to throw this thing together hopefully Monday or Tuesday night. I'm gonna do a little bit more. I just wanted to get you guys a video out. This ain't gonna be a super long video because most of what I'm doing out here, man, is just monotonous stuff today, and I don't want to bore anybody, and I'll probably be boring y'all as it is. But just keeping y'all updated on where we're at and what we got going out here. Anybody out there in the comments know who that was? That was an old Australian band. They came around right after AC/DC did, called the Tats. Rose Tattoo and the Tats. They could have been another AC/DC. I don't know what happened to them. But anyway, cool old band. I like old music like that. Kind of like old Slick up at Slickhead Custom Cycles. I'm having to play musical chairs moving bikes around just to make a little room. So I've been able to cram the CB Chopper over, cram the David Mann bike over, and I get tired of having to take the seat off on my old lady's Softail here, so I finally hooked up a trickle charger to hers. Just kind of zip tied it to the swing arm right there so I can keep it plugged in, because I like to keep these bikes plugged in, especially these two in the wintertime. Because that'll just, man, it'll kill your battery, it'll kill your stator, trying to start them up. But I'm trying to get some stuff moved around, get this iron head on the lift. That way the two projects are up on the lifts, and then I can start determining, which route I'm going to take, because I'll put that bike together on the floor. It's pretty much just the tank and the fender, and she's done, fired up, test ride it, check out that clutch. I don't think the clutch is right. But that's what I got going. Wanted to bring y'all back, show y'all a little bit of moving around in here. All right. Making a little progress. Got these 3 crammed in the corner, and get that bag of trash out of here. I can tighten these 2 up. I got a little more room because I got a brother bringing his Sportster over. It's a modern Sportster. I think it's a 09, and he's having some trouble with it, so he may bring it up today. And I need some room here in the floor. But what I'm fixing to do now is fixing to fire my old lady Softail up, and I'm gonna ride it around the block. It's a crisp 35 degrees here in Dixon, Tennessee. Beautiful day out. I'm just gonna ride it down our little access road and back up. They're out there salt brining the highways. So not fixing to put a bike on that, but I got a half-a-mile driveway and half-a-mile access road. And I'm gonna run it up down through there and run it a little bit. May come back and run my road glide a little bit too, just because they ain't ran in a long time. And Sleek and I were talking the other day, you don't ever just fire a bike up in the wintertime just to let it sit there and run. All you're doing is condensating your oil and everything in it. So if you fire it up, you need to ride it. Back in a minute, we'll get the road glide out. The ride itself wasn't too bad, but until I took off without sunglasses, gloves, and everything. Which, I didn't go far, 3 or 4 miles, but damn, it didn't take but about 100 yards for me to realize I should have had some gloves on. Man, my hands are burning. I left wearing my regular glasses, and they're reading glasses. I can't see shit far off. I was wondering why everything was blurry. My back hurts on up a little bit. Give me more floor space. Huh? No! Don't let him out. My key fob's in the house, so I had to type in my pen just to be able to get this one fired up. Now this one, she'll auto high until she warmed up, then that ECM will bring it down to about 1,000 RPM, and that's when you hear that cam start loping in it that we put in it. Don't let him out. I'll show y'all what I mean when it warms up. Close to idling down. Down there yet. Now you can hear that lope in it. That's when she's good and warmed up. in a few minutes.